Hello, I'm Yogi Stillness, and thank you for joining us. I'll be your guide in today's meditation. Today we'll explore how to create spaciousness in our minds so that we could have the space to be with our thoughts. We'll begin by sitting on the floor, a cushion, or in a chair. When you feel ready, allow your eyes to close and tune into your breathing. And let's take 3 deep breaths together. Begin with a big inhale and hold it. Then take a long exhale. Now an even deeper breath in and hold it. And big exhale. Last full inhale and hold. And release it all with a final exhale. Relax your body, taking a few deep inhales and even deeper exhales. Then allow your breath to slow down. As your breath slows down, continue to inhale and exhale deeply, but much more slowly, so that you only take a few breaths per minute. Allow for little pauses in between your inhales and exhales. Allow a similar pause in between your exhales and inhales. Only slow your breath as much as you feel comfortable. As your breath slows down, notice if the flow of your thoughts have slowed down as well. Notice if there is more space between one thought and the next. Without trying to stop your thoughts, see if you can slow down your mind to only a few thoughts per minute using the breath. Continue creating space between your breaths and thoughts for a few more moments in silence. If your mind is disconnected from your thoughts and breath, come back to them now. Take control of the breath, slowing the inhales and exhales, and creating little pauses between breaths. As the breath slows down, attempt to slow down the thoughts as well. Give each thought as much room as you want, or simply witness the thought before letting it go. Between thoughts, the mind might drop into complete emptiness before another thought arises. Embrace this spaciousness in your thoughts. Continue witnessing each thought slowly and mindfully before it fades away. Continue breathing slowly and deeply for a few more minutes in silence. Release any thought that may have popped into your mind and return your focus to the balance of the inhale and exhale again. Think for a moment about the art of drawing and how a blank page can be transformed into a picture. When we draw on the sheet of paper, we create meaning with the marks that divide and interrupt the blank white space. If we aimlessly fill every iota of space with markings, the page would turn into an incomprehensible wall of black and become as devoid of meaning as it was when the page was blank. In the balance of black and white spaces, we can create portraits, landscapes, and still lives of infinite complexity. On the other hand, the total dominance of either black or white can offer no meaning, losing the ability to teach or communicate anything. Our minds function in much the same way. When our minds are filled to the brim with information, worries, considerations, and general noise, our thoughts can be hard to interpret. We can become alienated from our own feelings and lose our capacity to process information. Sometimes, in order to clear our heads of all the clutter, we may try to shut down our thoughts completely by either ignoring them or trying to block them out with distractions. But a blank mind offers no more meaning than a cluttered one. Ideally, when we practice mindfulness, we are creating space for our thoughts to exist. A balance of empty space with the lines and dots of our thoughts and feelings, separating our thoughts with our breath, slowing our minds down, and creating a little empty space on either side of a thought can give it room to exist without us reacting or changing it. And giving a thought the room to exist can allow it to become instructive, something to learn from rather than simply something to respond to or block out. If we allow our thoughts to take over, they can merge into one another and eventually create a cloud that may trick us into thinking the cloud is reality. When we can find space between thoughts, it can be easier to see that we are the sky of awareness, not our thoughts that travel through. Then, when we experience challenging thoughts, it can be easier for us to remind ourselves that this is a thought cloud and it will pass, and it is not a whole story. When we see thoughts for what they truly are, when we can see between the lines, then they have less power to overtake us. Instead, we can remember that we are the sky, not the clouds. We are the page, not the words written or drawn on. The thoughts and emotions which consume us will eventually pass. The more artfully we can arrange our thoughts, the more powerful the picture they can create. Come back into your body now. Feel the depth of the inhale and exhale. And take one last clearing breath in and hold it. Then let it out. Then allow your eyes to open. Thank you for showing up for yourself in this practice today. We are so grateful for the opportunity to support you in self-care and look forward to meeting here again tomorrow.